Hey guys, welcome to this little video on the Mumbo channel. In this one we're going to be taking a look at how to improve your audio quality. Now I personally like to think of this in 4 different stages. You've got your microphone peripherals, how you use your microphone, and reverb protection, all of which is going to be covered in today's video, so let's crack straight on and take a look. So to start things off, the microphone, that is obviously a very important piece of kit because that is going to directly affect the audio quality that you get. Now as you can see on the screen, I use the Bluebird microphone, which is a middle of the range microphone costing around about £215. Not too cheap, but not too expensive. It is perfect for what I need it for, and that is why I chose to buy it. However, if you think that spending over £200 on a microphone is a little bit too much for you, then there are cheaper alternatives. For example, the Blue Yeti retails at around about £90, and that really is a very good microphone. I myself used it for around about a year, and the good thing about microphones built for a more general purpose is the fact that they are a little bit more versatile. For example, the Blue Yeti has a USB output, it also has a gain monitor inbuilt, and different modes that you can play with. The Bluebird, on the other hand, doesn't have any of that fandangled stuff. It's got an XLR output, which means you have to run it into a preamp or some form of converter before it can go into your PC, and on top of all of this, it is just a cardioid microphone. There are no alternate modes or anything like that, but cardioid is perfect for me because it means it only picks up sound from the front of the microphone, which makes it good for things like commentaries, podcasts, and all that sort of stuff. Moving on to the next section, that is known as microphone peripherals, and I'm going to get things started by discussing the big metal arm that is suspending my microphone in the air. Now that is known as a boom arm, and it's not going to directly affect your audio quality, it's not going to make it any better, but it is going to make your life just a little bit easier. It allows you to move your microphone around freely and get it into position easily without too much hassle, and that is absolutely perfect for my needs. Now in terms of the big cage that is surrounding my microphone, that is known as a shock mount, and that stops any vibrations from the surrounding area traveling into the microphone. So for example, if you are typing and recording at the same time, some of those vibrations going through into the desk may end up in your microphone, and it gives a little bit of feedback, and it's not a particularly pleasant noise. So the shock mount does a very good job at keeping those away. The black disc that you can see in front of my microphone is known as a pop filter, and this prevents any of the air produced by saying P's and B's from entering into the microphone and making a very unpleasant noise that's especially unpleasant for people that watch videos with headphones. Now as far as the red box off to the right is concerned, that is known as a preamp. That is where my XLR runs into to give me my USB output. But not only does it convert that signal, it also allows me to easily adjust the gain or input volume of my microphone, and also does a little bit of processing to the audio as it passes through, which is all very useful. Now that brings me fairly cleanly onto the next section, which is known as how to use your microphone effectively. Now the first thing that I want to say here is you want to make sure you're the correct distance away from your microphone. You don't want to be too close because then everyone will be able to hear the sounds from inside your mouth, like your saliva, which isn't very nice at all. But if you're too far away, you're going to sound like you're on the other side of the room, which also isn't particularly good. You need to find a happy medium, and for me, that is around about 20 centimeters away. However, I would suggest experimenting with that yourself to try and get the best results. Adjusting the gain of your microphone is also extremely important. If you speak very loudly into your microphone, then you're going to want your gain setting to be fairly low, because otherwise you're going to be maxing out the audio range and your voice is going to become distorted, which really does sound very awful. On the other hand, if you have got your gain setting set far too high, then no one's going to be able to hear you because the microphone won't be picking you up, and that also isn't going to make for very good audio quality, is it? So it's all about finding a happy medium once again, and you're going to have to experiment with that one yourself. Now we've all seen those very expensive foam acoustic tiles that you can stick up on your walls to prevent any echoing going on. You'll look like a professional recording studio, and it really will do a decent job at getting rid of the reverb, and if you do have the money to do that sort of thing, then I would definitely suggest it because it will do the best job. However, if you are like me and you had a budget of £0, I've got a pretty good solution for you, and that is to use a bunch of soft objects around you that are going to be absorbing any stray sound waves. So for example, I've got pillows, I've got blankets up in the wall in front of me, I have blankets all around me to create a little booth of audio protection where none of the sound can actually exit and bounce off of my walls and go back into the microphone, and I feel like I've done a pretty decent job at cancelling out most of the reverb. In fact, I'm going to prove to you how impressive this solution is by removing all of them now, and you'll be able to hear the difference. And there we go, all of my pillows and blankets have now been removed, and straight away you can hear all of the echoes going straight through into the microphone. I can already tell that this isn't going to be a good sounding audio file. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.